Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, man. Welcome to Beyond Classic Rock. Today, got a complimentary quad coming your way, man, and it's featuring the music of Gov't Mule, Southern rock band Gov't Mule. We're gonna start with Bad Little Doggy, followed by Banks of the Deep End, followed by When Doves Cry / Beautifully Broken, and finally Railroad Boy. It's the cover of a traditional tune. So man, before I pop this off, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to Jerry. Jerry, thank you, brother. I appreciate you sending me the links and this recommendation, man. This Gov't Mule lineup is featuring the great Warren Haynes from Allman Brothers fame. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I know I'm gonna like it already. I've already given it a like. So man, thanks for this, bud. So let's start off with Bad Little Doggy. And as you'll notice, y'all, I'm on my lazy boy. Yes, I've got my sugarcane rum keeping me company. And yes, I've been drinking all damn day and not feeling no pain. And I've got most of the day off to myself. So I ran to work real quick early in the morning, came back early enough to pop off a few reactions. So I'll be doing reactions all day from the lazy boy, man. So, it's me, it's Jerry, and it's all of y'all. So, man, let's, oh, actually, hold on, y'all. Hold on a sec. Okay, link is working. So, Gov't Mule, Bad Little Doggy. Let's get it.
And those of you listening from the stars. There comes a time in each of our lives when we have to decide whether you're going to be part of a problem or you're going to be part of the solution. Here at the entrance to the new millennium, we need somebody to testify. Testimony from the spirits, from the prophets.
Cheers. Toast your sparkle.
A testimonial I give to you, Gov't Mule.
He was quoting some of the old bluesmen there, man. God, I wish I could see the crowd. They'd be jamming. Violence? Is that a phrase for police brutality. You let yourself go wayward, you fall in trouble with the law, and they put a beating on your ass. Is that what it means? Man, that riff is killing me. Fantastic. It's a call to action. Change your wayward ways, or else. As well, this person has great potential and has value. That's what the gist of the song is. Okay, man. That was a sudden exit there. But they're live, so they're going right into another song, obviously. Yo, hey. See? Perfect example of classic rock being alive and well. I've often said that back in the day, the Renaissance period, where everybody was just jumping, everybody was just spinning, everybody was just firing on all cylinders where it comes to creativity. Those hallowed years between the mid 60s and let's say the mid 80s, we had it in spades. We had it good, y'all. Especially our parents growing up in the 60s and 70s had no idea how good they had it where it comes to the blessing and the gift. Let's just talk about classic rock. And now what we're looking at is we're looking at compliments of that fantastic era gone by. Classic rock is not dead. It might have shifted a little bit, being labeled as something new, like contemporary rock perhaps, but this still has a lot of the throwback signatures of classic rock. You know what I'm saying? And not too many people would give me a very hard time if I was to post this song on the classic rock platform. Yes, they would call me on it because it's a little bit out of the date line, you know, but all the same, man, it's got all of those great signature sounds of a great classic rock song. Guitar driven, steeped in blues. You got the jam, you got the extended instrumental stretching the shit out of that song. You know what I'm saying? All of those great, charming points that has classic rock, that we hold classic rock so dear. This song has it. You know what I'm talking about? Classic rock is out there. The signature sound is out there. We just have to look a little bit more. That's my point. Some people get on my ass when I make statements. You know, I just make kind of like a blank passing statement like, oh man, did they ever have it good back then? And some people jump on me. Well, listen, bonehead, your lazy ass, you just gotta look. You just gotta look. And they're right. I gotta look, you know? And here we go. Look no further, man. Gov't Mule. So, let's do this. Take a super quick look at the band and then we'll get into the song information, man. A sip of sugarcane rum. Cheers to you. I toast your sparkle. Let's hit this up, man. Gov't Mule, pronounced Gov't Mule, is an American Southern rock band formed in '94 as a side project of the Allman Brothers Band by guitarist Warren Haynes and bassist Alan Woody. Fans often refer to Gov't Mule as simply Mule or The Mule. The band released their debut album Gov't Mule in '95 and have since released an additional 9 studio albums plus numerous EPs and live releases. They've been busy, man. Gov't Mule has become a staple act at music festivals across North America, with both its members and frequent guests boasting members from other notable bands, adding various funk and blues rock elements to the band's sound. Nice, man. Yeah, and that's one of those really great shifts. Yeah, in the classic rock era, of course, we had the Woodstocks and all of those great festivals and all of that sort of thing. When you're talking about Southern rock, it's a part of your DNA to be known as a great jam band, to be known as a great festival band. You know what I'm saying? It's promoting that whole cool Southern rock element, and it looks like Gov't Mule. That is their strong point, rightly so. All right, so Bad Little Doggy. Bad Little Doggy appears on, excuse me, guys. That's what happens when I drink coffee and sugarcane rum. Bad Little Doggy appears on Life Before Insanity. It's the 3rd studio album by Gov't Mule. The album was released February 15, 2000 by Capricorn Records. The album peaked at number 16 on the Billboard Heat Seekers album chart. Production. The album was produced by Michael Barbero. Unlike the band's first 2 albums, Life Before Insanity utilized both overdubbing and multiple guest musicians. It was the last album recorded with founding member Alan Woody, who died in August of 2000. Rest in peace, sir. It doesn't say how he passed. Critical reception. The Austin Chronicle wrote that having Ben Harpo cameo with Haynes on Lay Your Burden Down is a guitarist's dream, but while the song rolls along, it never takes off, never reaches the pairing's potential. The Washington Post thought that the album recalls the vintage blues rock of the early Allman Brothers Band and Clapton's Cream. Right on. Speaking of Cream, I'm going to be doing a Ginger Baker documentary reaction on my classic rock platform in the next week, probably more closer to 2 weeks, and I'm looking forward to that, man. That's one of the documentaries that I'm really stoked about doing. Lots of documentaries that I'm going to be reacting to, especially on the classic rock platform. Actually, right after this, if my ass is still sober enough, I'm going to be doing a documentary reaction to The Kids Are All Right from The Who. So that should be up later on sometime tonight. Where are we? It's Saturday today? Yeah, so it'll probably be, I'm on the West Coast, so you'll probably see it, fingers crossed, maybe around 9 p.m.-ish. We'll see. It takes 6 hours to do every single video that I shoot, from the time I shoot all the way to processing and upload and posting. It takes 6 hours per video, man. What the hell's my point? Why am I telling you all of this? Yeah, basically to say that I've got 3 reactions that I want to shoot tonight. And by the time I get them all up, which is my goal, the entire day and most of the evening has passed. I got to get this shit all done by 8 p.m. because I'm going out to dinner tonight with my girlfriend. I've flaked on her a few times to do reactions, so this is the last drop. All right. Why the hell am I telling you all of this shit? All right. All Music Review by Michael B. Smith. Michael says, this could very easily be the album that puts Gov't Mule over the top. They've been over the top for several years now in the eyes of their legions of fans, but commercial success has not yet been a part of their vocab. Sure, both guitarist Warren Haynes and bassist Alan Woody have enjoyed major success during their 8-year tenures as members of the South's most enduring group, the Allman Brothers Band, but those days are now behind them, and the power trio, which also features the apt Matt Abbs, ABTS, on drums, has headed into the trenches loaded down with full artillery. The Mule recorded what, by all accounts, seems to be their most creative and intelligent studio album to date. The first single from the album is Bad Little Doggy, a rocker heavily reminiscent of early ZZ Top. All 11 of the tracks are good. Actually, there are 12 if you include the hidden track, If I Had Possession Over Judgment Day, a blues rocker on which Haynes sings through some sort of megaphone-sounding device. I'd like to hear that. I don't hear enough of Warren Haynes singing, so I'd like to check that out. If I Had Possession Over Judgment Day. Okay, put a pin in that. Alright guys, let's hit up our next track, that being Banks of the Deep End. Gov't Mule, Banks of the Deep End. Let's get it. There's the man.
On the banks of the deep end, where your soul is your best friend, searching for a reason to go astray. Wild dreams turn to nightmares, silver clouds turn to golden stairs. Everything that you used to know is slipping away. Here I've got my puzzle piece, only got it for a short-term lease. No time for asking, no going back to get hurt. I take a little from the mixture, try to put it into the picture. Got a place where you're standing, dig your shoes to the dirt. Trying hard to get back, running on the stones. Put you on my shoulders, we can be the only one. See the world still spinning round, getting dizzy when we love. There's a reason to be home, there's a feeling when you smile, but it feels like it might take over. This feeling deep inside, there's a distance down the line, far away from the station. We can leave it all behind on a rolling creation. Stand away from the window, go and lock the door. Can't you learn from the last time and the time before? See the world still spinning round, getting dizzy when we love. Got to leave town to see yellow flowers bloom. Sun going down, it's gonna be rising soon. On the banks of the deep end, till I lost the river bed, searching for a reason to go astray. sound of his walking split the whole damn town in two. Into the night full of shadows, he still walks when the thunder rolls. This river ain't shallow, reminds us that the bell still tolls. Bears in the kitchen, tigers on TV, the singers pretending this song's for me. See the world still spinning round, getting dizzy when we love. You took your wrong turn down by the waterline, heard they had to drag you off the sand. Find a dune and the wind will miss you. Hold on to a piece of dry land. Got to hold on to a piece of dry land. Got to hold on to a piece of dry land.
I think this song is speaking about love, trying to make a relationship work, but there's some challenges. They've got some ghosts, some skeletons, but it's still worth a go.
On the banks of the deep end, where I lost my best friend, searching for a reason, close astray.
Where he lost his best friend. I might be wrong about my overview of this song. Okay. All the same, whether my assessment is right or not, excellent song. Good song. I have to do a re-listen of it and get the lyrics up and really get a full meaning of what the song means. Is this person just doing some soul searching on his own? But I think that he's addressing someone. I think that he's addressing, a potential partner about going forward in a relationship, despite the fact that there will be issues. They have some past issues, ghosts, skeletons, whatever the case is. I think that's what it is. Overall, let me know if I'm missing something. I feel that I'm missing a bit of it. All the same, good performance. Nice, clear vocals. Love the organ solo in the middle. The organ does not get enough of a platform, so it's great that he was tickling those bastards, man. And I love the playing of Warren Haynes. His guitar work is excellent. His vocals is excellent. Love the clearness of it. I love the raspiness of it. Yeah, he's got a great singing voice. And I know that he's such an accomplished musician that he doesn't want to be singing all the time. But yeah, man, when he does sing, he's fantastic. Banks of the Deep End appears on The Deep End Volume 1. It's the fourth studio album by American rock band Gov't Mule. It was released on October 23, 2001 by 8TO Records, or 8O Records, and Evangeline Records. After the death of founding member and bass guitarist Alan Woody, the band considered breaking up. Instead, remaining members Warren Haynes and Matt Abbs recorded several songs with bass players Woody had admired. So many musicians wanted to participate that the band ended up recording 2 albums worth of material. Woody himself is posthumously featured on a cover of Grand Funk Railroad's Sin's a Good Man's Brother. Sin's a Good Man's Brother. Yeah, Sin is a Good Man's Brother. Volume 1 was issued in 2001. Originally, The Deep End Volume 1 was released with a bonus disc called Hidden Treasures, which featured live performances by the new School of Gov't Mule, featuring Haynes, Abbs, bassist Dave Schools, and keyboardist Chuck Lavelle. The Deep End Volume 2 was released a year later, featuring a somewhat heavier sound. AllMusic's Robert L. Dorchuk says, with the death of bassist Alan Woody, the surviving members of Gov't Mule face that similar question of how to carry on. Their answer is this sprawling set, on which a cavalcade of bassists and other visitors fly through the Mule tracks, each fitting into the groove in his own way. Alright, man. Banks of the Deep End. Great song. So, let's hit up our next track, man. When Dove Cries / Beautifully Broken. When Doves Cry, Beautifully Broken. Let's get it.
George Porter Jr., welcome to the stage.
Decent sized venue, just a few thousand.
Why did you leave me here stranded? Stranded out in the cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father.
Too bold.
Too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Rest in peace, Prince.
Mysterious, blown in with the night. All this beauty captured in a frame, visibly shaken, but never stirred. Drives them insane. I see the way she plays him in, and I know I've got to know her name. She's so beautifully broken, shaped by the wind, dangerously twisted. Here I go again. I see the way she cast her spell. It's like drowning in moonlight. Discards them when she's done. They're lost in her twilight. I watch her move from star to star, and I wonder why it feels so right. She's so
You know what I'm visualizing?
beautifully broken.
You guys know
See the flaw,
Greek mythology?
especially from a distance.
Diana, goddess of the hunt.
It's always how I fall. Why do I fall?
She let men fall in love with her,
Just once,
and then she would hunt them.
once,
every single man that's watching me right now, you have all been in love with someone who's beautifully broken and dangerously twisted. Absolutely. Let me know your story if you're brave enough.
Why did you leave me here stranded out in the cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Here I go again.
Fantastic. Wow, what an excellent performance. Such a nice venue. The crowd is just really vibing. You can tell when a crowd is really appreciating very much what they're witnessing. And they're totally tuned into these guys, for sure, man. Hey, give me a quick sec, all right? I'll be right back. All right, y'all, back. So, When Doves Cry, Beautifully Broken. Really nice performance, man. Really excellent. I love the amalgamation of the two songs. So complementary to each other. That was excellent, man. So, When Doves Cry. When Doves Cry is a song by American musician Prince and the lead single from his sixth studio album, Purple Rain. According to the DVD commentary of the film Purple Rain in '84, Prince was asked by director Albert Magnoli to write a song to match the theme of a particular segment of the film that involved intermingled parental difficulties and a love affair. The next morning, Prince had composed 2 songs, one of which was When Doves Cry. According to Prince's biographer Per Nelson, the song was inspired by his relationship with Vanity 6 member Susan Moonsey. When Doves Cry was Prince's first Billboard Hot 100 #1 single, staying there for 5 weeks, and was also a worldwide hit. According to Billboard, it was the top-selling single of 1984. What's your favorite Prince song? Your #1 favorite Prince song? Let me know. This is mine, When Doves Cry. It's certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. It was the last single released by a solo artist to receive a platinum certification before the certification requirements were lowered in '89. When Doves Cry was ranked #1 on the Billboard Year-End Hot 100 Singles of 1984. Following Prince's death, the song recharted on the Billboard Hot 100 at #8, its first appearance in the top 10 since the week ending September 1st in '84. Beautifully Broken. Beautifully Broken appears on The Deepest End live in concert. It's a 2-CD live album and DVD video by American Southern rock band Gov't Mule, released October 7, 2003. It was recorded in New Orleans, May 3, 2003. In 2003, after recording The Deep End Volume 1 and Volume 2, Gov't Mule gathered several musicians that had worked on the Deep End sessions, as well as a few other friends for a live concert. This was intended as the culmination of the Deep End project, which was a tribute to their late bassist Alan Woody, who died in 2000. I gotta look up why Alan died. What was the cause of death? The release also marked the first Gov't Mule CD to feature keyboardist Danny Lewis as a full-time member. The album is one of the 10 best live jam releases of the century, according to the August 2006 issue of Guitar One magazine. One of the 10 best live jam releases of the century. That is a great accomplishment, man. All music review by Tom Urich. Tom says, quote, "Yeah, this is a big-ass review. I'll only read parts of it. Given all the live documents Gov't Mule issued since the premature death of bassist Alan Woody, The Deepest End is easily the most satisfying. Recorded and filmed during the 2003 Jazz and Heritage Festival in New Orleans, the show features the most astonishing array of guest bassists yet, and so many other guests the date was like a festival unto itself. Among the bassists present for a night of music were Jack Cassidy, Les Claypool, Roger Glover, Will Lee, Jason Newsted, Rob Weserman, Victor Wooten, George Porter Jr., Conrad Lozano, and a half-dozen others. There are 2 CDs packed to the gills with music from that evening. The mixture of covers and Gov't Mule originals is, to say the very least, captivating. The performance is completely inspired and jaw-droppingly sophisticated despite its spontaneity. Alright, man. So that concludes our look at this excellent 2-part song, I guess you can call it. So, man, let's hit up our last track, that being Railroad Boy. And Railroad Boy, aka the Butcher Boy, it's the cover of a traditional tune. Alright. Gov't Mule, Railroad Boy. Let's get it. Gotta love the slide.
To make her bed, and not a word to her mother said. Mother, she went upstairs too. Said, where's my daughter? What's the trouble with you? Oh, mother, I cannot tell that a railroad boy never looked so well. Could be my life away. Now at home, I'm on to stay. Is it place in London town where the railroad boy goes and sits down, takes his strange girl on his knee, says things to her he won't say to me.
I like the stories being told using the platform of Southern rock. And of course the jam and the instrumentals. They're in no hurry to get to the end of the song. The jam and the instrumental break is the most important thing.
Father, he came home from work, said, where's my daughter? What's troubling her? Went upstairs to give her hope. Found her hanging by a rope. Well, he took his knife and he cut her down, and on her bosom these words were found. Into my grave, oh, mighty deep, there's a marble stone in my hidden feet, and on my breast there's a white stone dove. Tell the world that I died for love. Tell the world that I died for love. Tell the world that I died for love. Won't you
The
just
song's giving me some Romeo and Juliet vibes. It's one of the great charms of Southern rock. The stories. I wish I could see the crowd. I bet you they were just sitting there listening, following the story. Excellent. Railroad Boy. I imagine the dad caught up to Railroad Boy and whooped his ass. Probably more than just an ass whooping, let me tell you. Daughter hanging herself on account of him and his running around. Unbelievable. Yeah, the platform of Southern rock, man, really, for some reason, just makes these stories that they tell intriguing and charming, don't they? I dig Southern rock, man. I was on my classic rock platform. Akachita just sent me this awesome quad, and it's in keeping with me wanting to do a little bit more Southern rock on my classic platform. It's one of my resolutions. And speaking of my resolutions, I gotta get on board with my progressive walk. I'm gonna be doing that too, but it's great that I'm finally refocusing, reshifting my focus where it comes to the Southern rock genre. I kind of dropped the ball for a couple of months, but I'm back on the horse. So let's hit this up. Railroad Boy. Railroad Boy, also known as the Butcher's Boy, cover of a traditional song. The Butcher's Boy, or Butcher Boy, is an American folk song derived from traditional English ballads. Folklorists of the early 20th century considered it to be a conglomeration of several English broadside ballads, tracing its stanzas to Sheffield Park, the squire's daughter, a brisk young soldier, a brisk young sailor, and Sweet William, the sailor boy. Steve Rowett describes it as one of the most widely known forsaken girl song in the American tradition, which is often particularly moving in its stark telling of an age-old story. In the song, a butcher's apprentice abandons his lover or is unfaithful towards her. I think it's both in this song, in their version. The lover hangs herself and is discovered by her father. She leaves a suicide note which prescribes that she be buried with a turtle dove placed upon her breast to show the world she died for love. This narrative use of the turtle dove is derived from Old World symbolism. It's analogous to the folk song intermittent motif of a rose, briar, or lily growing out of the neighboring graves of deceased lovers. In this respect, Butcher's Boy is related to the ballads Earl Brand, Fair Margaret and Sweet William, Lord Thomas and Fair Annette, Barbara Allen and Lord Lovell. On this Delta Blues flavored update of the traditional folk song, Gov't Mule blend a Celtic sound with a swampy feel. Singer, guitarist, and songwriter Warren Haynes told Billboard magazine about it, quote, "I need to research and find out exactly how old that song is, but I'm sure it's over 100 years old. I learned that song from some folk music friends of mine when I was 14 or 15, growing up sneaking into these folk clubs in North Carolina. It's a traditional Celtic folk song, and I played it for producer Gordy Johnson one night when we were just sitting around trying to decide what we were going to do to record and how. He came up with the idea of giving it a rock and roll treatment. We turned the band loose on it to see what would happen from an arrangement perspective, and everybody came up with all these great ideas. The next thing you know, it turned out like this is." Unquote. All right, man. So, that concludes our look at this excellent quad, man. Gov't Mule, fantastic band, fantastic contemporary Southern rock band. And definitely, great compliments of their forefathers being the Allman Brothers Band. And before that, the classic rock renaissance period, that fantastic area of time when so many fantastic artists came out, with the likes of the Skinnerds, the Allmans, and all of these great rock acts, especially the Southern rock genre, man. Fantastic. I love it so much. I really got to do a lot more of the Southern rock. I've often said that I'm not going to be, on this platform especially, giving any particular act the Led Zeppelin treatment. On my classic rock platform, the Led Zeppelin factor will always be there. There's always stuff to do where they're concerned. But if I was to do a Led Zeppelin style focus, it would be more towards the genre body of something, that being classic rock. And then after that would be the progressive psychedelic rock sound. So that's the focus of my classic rock platform. And then of course on this platform there's always some complementary stuff that overlaps, and I understand why a lot of people recommend certain things on this platform, mainly because of the timing element. So thank you very much for that precaution, Jerry. You're saving me a lot of hassle. There's a lot of people who just turn up their nose. Oh, this is outside of the time parameter, so it's certainly not classic rock. And then they'll become very confrontational about it. They got to have the last word, and oh man, it's just an ugly scene. So thank you very much for taking those precautions. All right, man. So, yeah, just checking my notes here before I bounce, man. Yeah, so I got reactions I got to get to. I'm running a few days late on. Jack, Jennifer, Simon, Jake, Marco, Joshua, got to get some reactions out for you guys. All of that's going to be taken care of in the next couple of days, man. What else do I have coming up here? Well, like I said, I'm focusing on doing more biography stuff, more documentaries, interviews, things of that like. So a lot of that is going to be on my classic rock platform. But if you've got recommendations for things of that sort for this platform, hey, I'm totally down with that sort of thing. A couple of days ago when I did my Led Zeppelin Celebration for a King reaction, at the tail end of that, I had a lot of sugarcane rum in me, and when I have a lot of sugarcane rum in me, I don't give a damn. And so I give you both barrels, right? And I gave a lot of people both barrels in regards to their recommendations, how they go about recommending things to me. A lot of the times what happens is, and I note that patrons, especially for some reason, do this more than subscribers. They'll send me a whole shit ton of messages, inquiries, questions. Will you react to this? Will you react to that? Will you react to this? And it takes so much time to answer them, and then they get back to me, and then I have to get back to them. And it's just a very, very, how would I say, it just annoys the hell out of me. Let me just put it to you like that. So I really, really just leaned into a lot of people, and a lot of them got that message and they stopped doing it. So on this platform, that's my point. If you guys are sending me recommendations, just send it, right? Don't ask me questions. Don't send messages back and forth asking me, will you do this? Will you do this? Do you prefer this? Do you prefer that? I hate that shit. That annoys the hell out of me. So just send it, right? And if for some reason I don't want to do it, then I will message you and say, no, I don't want to do this. This is below the standard of my channel. It's not in keeping. It's a sappy ass love song. I don't like death metal. I don't like gangster rap. You know what I mean? So I will get back to you and let you know, no, I'm not into this shit at all. And so, but don't send me so many questions asking me, will you do this? Will you do that? That takes up so much time. I don't have a lot of time, and it annoys the hell out of me, right? So if you have a recommendation, whether it being a reaction for music, anything related to music, I will do. Documentaries, interviews, it's all good. Profiles of someone who's not a musician, like an engineer, like Eddie Kramer, all of that, it's all good. The other day, I did a reaction to Yoyoka Suma, and fantastic. John hummed and hawed for a couple of weeks before he sent it to me, but in the end, he sent it to me. You know what I mean? And he said, hey, do this, and if you have a problem with not doing it, I totally understand. I can send you something else. You know what I mean? And he just left it in my lap. So do that. Don't send me a whole bunch of questions, and don't give me a whole bunch of options. As well, do not attach a whole bunch of alternative this, and this. Oh, here's my quad wing, but here's a whole shit ton of alternatives. Don't do that, right? Time is the most important thing in Wayne's world. So if you take up too much of my time, then eventually it slows everything down for me and for everyone else, okay? going forward, send me only what I have to react to. If it's a quad, do not send me a whole shit ton of alternatives. Okay? So that is my banter, my dig, my all of that sort of thing, you know? So yeah, that was it. That was my notes. That was my rant. And that is what I'm looking at doing going forward with this platform. Just doing a lot more of a mixture of things, not just reactions, but a mixture of things. So I'm looking forward to that. So send me what you think that would be appropriate for this particular platform. If it's for the classic rock platform, please send it to me on the classic rock platform. Don't send it to me on this platform saying, and leaving me to figure it out, right? And saying, oh yeah, it's for, no, send it to me on the classic rock platform. Okay, that's basically it. All right, rant and sermon over. Jerry, thank you very much. I appreciate this excellent recommendation. I really dig Gov't Mule, and I would certainly consider doing more reactions to them down the road. Okay, everyone, have yourselves a good one. I'm gonna go suck back some rum, and I'm gonna get ready to shoot that documentary I was talking about for The Who. So have a good one, take care, and I'll see you in my next reaction. Peace.